Hassan and the Magic Paper, A Journey to a World Without Plastic. Abdul Salim. Hassan lived in a world filled with crinkle and crunch. Everywhere he looked, there was plastic. His juice came in plastic bottles, his snacks were in shiny wrappers, and his toys were made of bright, hard plastic. It's just how things are, Hassan sighed, stepping over a discarded bag on his bedroom floor. He didn't realize how much the plastic was hiding the beauty of the world. One Saturday, while playing at the edge of the local park, Hassan found a scrap of paper caught in a thorn bush. It wasn't like any paper he had ever seen. It didn't feel like a grocery receipt or a candy wrapper. It was thick, soft, and shimmered with a pale green light. As soon as Hassan's fingers touched the surface, the ground beneath him began to hum. Suddenly, the park began to blur. The green paper in Hassan's hand grew larger and larger, wrapping around him like a warm blanket. The sound of traffic and the smell of exhaust disappeared, replaced by the scent of fresh rain and blooming jasmine. Hassan closed his eyes as he felt himself being carried away by a gentle, whirling wind. When Hassan opened his eyes, the air felt incredibly crisp. He was standing in a vibrant village, where the buildings were made of sun-dried mud and smooth wood. A girl with a bright smile approached him. "Welcome to Aethelgard," she said. "I am Zora. You look like you've come from very far away." Hassan blinked, noticing there wasn't a single plastic bottle in sight. Zora led Hassan toward a bustling open-air market. Hassan gasped. Instead of plastic bags, people carried beautiful baskets woven from willow and sturdy cloth bags with colorful patterns. "How do you carry your fruit?" Hassan asked. Zora smiled and picked up a bunch of mangoes. She wrapped them expertly in a large, waxy green banana leaf and tied it with a piece of twine. They stopped at another stall where a man named Nasir was stacking rows of beautiful clay pots. Hassan was thirsty and reached for a cup. Nasir handed him a cool, earthen jar. "The clay keeps the water chilled naturally," Nasir explained. Hassan took a sip. The water tasted better than any water he had ever had from a plastic bottle. "Where are the toy stores?" Hassan asked, thinking of his plastic robots at home. Zora took him to a small shop filled with the scent of pine. Inside, there were no flashing lights or batteries. Instead, there were carved wooden horses, spinning tops, and intricate puzzles made of bamboo. Hassan picked up a wooden bird and was amazed by how smooth and solid it felt. "Our world is clean because we only use what the earth gives us," Zora said, her voice turning serious. She led Hassan to the edge of a crystal-clear river. "But the magic paper brought you here to see why our way of life matters. Look into the whispering well." They walked to a deep, stone well nestled among the trees. Hassan leaned over the well. Instead of his reflection, the water showed him a vision of a great blue ocean. He saw a sea turtle, looking tired and hungry. The turtle spotted a floating white shape and, thinking it was a delicious jellyfish, began to eat it. Hassan's heart sank as he realized it was a plastic grocery bag. Zora touched his shoulder as the image shifted. Now, Hassan saw a tall tree in a park much like his own. A bird was busy building a nest, but instead of using just twigs and moss, it was weaving in jagged bits of colorful plastic straw and synthetic string. "The plastic doesn't belong there," Zora whispered. "It hurts the homes of those who cannot speak for themselves." "I didn't know," Hassan said, his voice trembling. "In my world, plastic is everywhere. I never thought about where it went or who it hurt." Zora nodded kindly. "It is easy to forget when things are convenient. But now that you have seen, you have the power to change things. One person is the start of a whole new world." Zora reached into a woven basket and pulled out a sturdy, hand-sewn cloth bag and a polished metal canteen. She pressed them into Hassan's hands. "Take these back with you," she said. "Let them be your first tools for change. Remember the taste of the clay water and the feel of the wooden bird." Hassan held the magic green paper once more. "Thank you, Zora," he whispered. The paper began to glow again, but this time, the light felt like a promise. The village of Aethelgard faded away, and the sounds of the rustling leaves were replaced by the familiar distant hum of his own neighborhood. Hassan felt the solid ground of the park return beneath his feet. When Hassan got home, he didn't see just how things are anymore. He saw a mission. He gathered up all the empty plastic bottles in his room and put them in the recycling bin. He swapped his plastic water bottle for the silver canteen Zora had given him. He felt a sense of pride as he folded the cloth bag and put it by the front door. The next day, Hassan didn't just stop at his own room. He talked to his friends and his neighbors. Together, they organized a green team to clean the park. As Hassan picked up a plastic bag from the grass and tucked it into a bin, he imagined a sea turtle swimming safely in a clear blue ocean. He knew that, thanks to the magic paper, his world was becoming a little more like Aethelgard every day.